Hey guys, it's Dr. Trey of Dr. Flava Spices, and I'm super excited for you guys to join me. So today I just want to go a little bit over how to use Dr. Flava. And I chose to use chicken, shrimp, and zucchini. So that way you can just have a little bit of a better idea of how to use Dr. Flava spices. Anytime you start using something new, sometimes it can be a little confusing. You may think you're gonna over season something, but that's what I'm here to do for you today. So stay tuned, okay? So I'm just gonna show you what I have. I have a few shrimp here with tails on. I also have chicken breast cutlet, washed, cleaned, and pat dry. And I'm just gonna lift it up here so you guys can see, okay? We're gonna use some vegetables. So anytime you wanna cook vegetables, it's always great to enhance them with a little bit of fresh onions and bell peppers. So I chose to use yellow bell peppers because they have a really great taste. Okay, guys? So now we're gonna get started. So I have two flavors today that I'm gonna show you, and I am going to use the original everything, and I'm gonna use some Creole Delight, and I have that already out here. So what is a serving? A lot of times people don't look at the bottles and they don't read that. A serving on most of your seasonings is going to tell you a fourth of a teaspoon. That's a fourth of a teaspoon. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. I typically don't measure it out. I shake it to coat all sides of the meat, but I'm going to show you really what a serving size looks like. And then you can feel free to use the serving spoon, or you can go ahead and just shake it. So we're going to do it both ways, okay? So I'm just going to measure that out. That's a fourth of a teaspoon. And let's start with the chicken, okay? And what you want to do anytime you're using any seasoning, especially Dr. Flava spices, you want to go ahead and put it on the meat. I like to coat all sides lightly, but I also like to marinate it to give it the best flavor, okay? So I'm gonna hold this up, but so I'm wearing a glove so you guys can see. And I'm just gonna shake. This is a fourth teaspoon, guys. And this is what a serving is. Shake it. And then I'm gonna shake it again, okay? And of course you can just rub this in with your hand. So this is what it looks like. I'm gonna rub it in, and I like to do this. You have to show some love, okay? Just show it a little bit of love. And there you go. Okay, now what I want to do is I do want to go ahead and use some grapeseed oil just to evenly to distribute that. And I still have some left, guys. Okay, so I'm just gonna shake a little bit more of the fourth teaspoon, and I'm gonna use my grapeseed oil here. Just gonna pour it on. And just so you can see, you don't use much, but look what happens when you put the grapeseed oil on there. It evenly distributes it. So there it goes to show you that you've used a serving of Dr. Flava spices. Now you don't want to overcoat your meat, but it depends on the thickness. So this, if you look, it is pretty thin. This is not a full breast, it's actually a cutlet. So it was cut in half of a regular sized breast. And if you don't purchase your meat like this, I would advise you to cut it in half just to get the optimal flavor, okay? So I'm handling this meat this way because I have my gloves on, guys. I don't like to touch raw meat, but you don't have to wear gloves. It's just my preference, okay? So now I'm gonna show you how to use it on the vegetables, okay? So I am going to take my gloves off, and I'm gonna show you how to use it on the vegetables. And that's the great thing, because now my hands are clean. All right, guys, so let's look. So I'm gonna use the original, and it comes in a bottle like this. And just real quick, let me just let you guys know. You have the sifter side, and you have the side here that allows you to put a spoon to spoon it out, okay? But I'm just gonna shake. So I wanna show you. And we're just gonna lightly coat it. And if you take a look, You can actually see it on your vegetables, okay? And you can add more as you like, but Dr. Flava Spices was created to take the thinking out of cooking. I wanted you guys to get back in the kitchen. I wanted you guys to start cooking some amazing meals. And just as you've seen that I mixed the original with the Creole Delight, and that is the beauty of Dr. Flava Spices. You can mix and match our flavors. What I don't want you to do, guys, is I don't want you to add anything else. You don't have to add any salt or anything else. So I'm just gonna show you real quick the shrimp. I'm gonna use another 1/4 teaspoon here. It's a little bit more than a 1/4 teaspoon. I'm gonna shake it on here. And you may not even need all of this on the shrimp, guys, because with seafood, you don't wanna put as much. So that's what it looks like. I use less than a half of the 1/4 teaspoon, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shrimp, guys. So I just did one side, but you can just toss it all around, and you're gonna season to your liking. But I suggest that you use the serving of a 1/4 teaspoon. You can use a little bit more depending on the thickness of the meat, but like I said, Dr. Flava Spices is here to take the thinking out of cooking. I want you guys to get back in the kitchen. Today, what I have used, I used the original everything and the Creole Delight. So that is how you use Dr. Flava Spices. You can use it on everything, guys. So today we did shrimp, we did chicken breast cutlets. I used grapeseed oil to help to get the flavors to get inside of the meat. And I do recommend that you allow your meats to marinate. Now the shrimp, you don't have to, but with meats to get that best flavor, let it sit at least 30 minutes, or you can do it overnight depending on how much intensified flavor you want. So thank you for joining me. I am super excited that you guys are here along this journey. Enjoy Dr. Flava Spices on everything. And here I am, I'm getting on my tippy toes. Can you see? Dr. Flava Spices. All right, guys, you take care.